YouTubers, welcome back for another adventure. So as you saw from the B-roll, this thing has a slipping starter clutch and the starter doesn't sound very good, and hopefully we're going to fix it today. To do that, you got to take off a bunch of covers, and as I'm taking those covers off, I'm going to tell you some stuff that I'm noticing that doesn't make me very happy. This job requires removing two covers. First cover, and then the second cover. And as you look at the engine, see how this bolt is a different size than that bolt. To me it looks like somebody's already been in here. And that always makes me nervous, because I wonder about what they did while they were in there. So anyway, let's get some covers off and go forward. So we're progressing along. Next up is getting this bolt out. I think they put some kind of anti-seize on it though, because it did fight me all the way out, so to speak. And hopefully they put anti-seize on a lot of things. Once again, the surprises you're going to run across. So as you see, they left this bolt out. I don't think I have to take these off. I think they just retain that seal, so I'm just going to leave it just the way it is. Now I'm going to start on these. Hopefully that's 10 millimeter and not 7/16 enforced in there. The others are 8. So far so good. When I pull this cover off, oil is going to come out. I didn't drop the skid plate. Yeah, it doesn't look like that big a deal. I should drop that and dump the oil, obviously. So as you can see, I dropped the oil. I pulled the cover off. No surprises other than I think they used some gasket material, and I think they might have done some tread repair. Taking the cover off, right, you guys could see how this is kind of threaded in there. It took a little chip out of here, and unfortunately that's on the bottom, so that could make it leak. When I put the gasket on, I'm going to put it on this side first, and I'm going to put a little Permatex down here to help things out. Generally speaking, it doesn't look too bad. The only piece of metal I found was this guy so far, though I haven't looked in the bottom of the pan to see what's floating around. All in all, things have gone about the way they do go on a 30-year-old quad, right? Chances of you finding one of these things that's 30 years old that somebody's fingers haven't been in, that's about 0. What I'm going to do next is we got to pull the flywheel. That requires a special tool. If you don't have that tool, stop where you are now. You're able to mess with the stator, but you will not be able to do the clutch. The clutch is on the other side of the flywheel. So no special tool, no remove flywheel, no do starter clutch. So get that tool. So this is the flywheel removal tool. M35 times 1.5. Thread this on, and the outside goes onto the flywheel. You see how it's threading on right there. And I like to put it on pretty good. Then when you tighten the inside, it'll start pushing on the crank, which will pop out the flywheel. Don't go too crazy on this, like, you know, put your 1/2-inch impact on here and whap the heck out of it, I mean, it should come off pretty quickly. And if it's not coming off pretty easily, you know, spray it with whatever lubricant, penetrant oil you like, and help it out a little bit. Once again, you don't want to mushroom the end of your crank or anything. So it doesn't seem that the crank wants to give up the flywheel. So and I sprayed it. I'm gonna leave this tension on there and let's really hope for the best. Got to get that flywheel off to change the starter clutch bolts onto the inside part of the flywheel. So this needs to come off. No kidding around. So I don't know. I got the gasket all cleaned up. I'm really to the point where I popped that off, swapped the clutch out, and then just go reverse, put it all back together again, right? Put the clutch on the wheel. Yeah, it doesn't want to give it up. I hope I didn't see any of that red anti-seize. If you see the red anti-seize stuff anywhere, you know you're in a heap of trouble, because you have to heat that up to 500 degrees to get that to let go. The blue stuff you could take apart with hand tools. You got to lean on a little bit, but the red stuff means you're just hammered. It's not coming apart unless you heat it up first. And quite honestly, now that I've hit it with this and I have tension on it, we'll wait. We'll try it another couple of times, then we'll wait. By the way, I tapped it a little bit, you know, gave it all the normal stuff. I really don't want to hit it with the 1/2-inch gun unless I have to, but it really should have come loose with this one. Then there's the 1/2-inch gun, then there's heat. Let's hope for the best. As you could see, it's starting to mushroom a little bit. This is my last shot. I did some research and on the internet about removing stuck flywheels. It says spray it, heat the flywheel up, then go upside down with one of these dusters, you know, so you're spraying freeze on it, but just spray the crank, right? Quickly spin this on, air hammer it, and see what happens. So I'm giving this one last shot, and then it's got to go back home, let the owner figure out what to do with it. So I've tried heat gun heat, which is not torch heat, obviously, and no luck. It's not coming off. And I also tried to spin the center ones counterclockwise, and they don't seem to be coming out. So I'm coming to the belief that this might have been assembled with the anti-loosen stuff. The thread lock, so to speak, possibly even the red thread lock. Now to get that off, you have to heat it up to 500 degrees. The only problem is this is plastic. There's some plastic in here. I think the magnets are in a plastic retainer. And if I put 500 degrees to it, I'm going to destroy the flywheel. So, help. What would you guys do with this? Once again, I hit it with the air impact with 140 psi on it, 135. So, I mean, it could be up to 150, I guess. But once again, I hit it pretty good. The end of the crank is beginning to mushroom, not to the point where it's damaged beyond belief, but it is beginning to mushroom. I mean, what would you guys do next? You know, I hit it with the freeze spray. I mean, it was white. It was quite cold. and you know, let it soak for a couple of seconds, hit it again, let it soak for a couple of seconds, hit it again. So I know I transmitted plenty of cold while the flywheel was warm. I don't know. I don't know what to do next. So if anybody has any brilliance to share with me, please do. It's not to the point where I've ruined anything yet, and I don't want to get it to that point. So please get back to me. Let me know what y'all would do next. I could theoretically drill those bolts out, and that'll get the flywheel loose, but still, from some of the videos I watched, it looks like that backing plate that the clutch goes on, that seems, you know, where the starter gears and all bolt up to, that seems to get stuck behind also. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I want to thank you all for dropping by to watch, comment, and subscribe. Please remember, feet down, heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.